It's New Brew Thursday.
Woo!
And yeah, we're here.
We're here. We're here. We
beer.
have multiple Johns today. 2 Johns.
We have John Calabrese. Is it Calabrese or Calabrese?
Calabrese.
Calabrese.
It's like the California breeze. It's Calabrese.
Hey, I got hair.
But today we're drinking Cigar City's Humidor Series IPA. There's been a debate on whether it's actually called High Lie or not. And we're not sure about that, so we're just going to call it the Humidor Series IPA.
Yeah, this is actually aged with cedar spirals, and it's their new line of cedar beers. It's actually something that's kind of coming up in the industry now. People are starting to use cedar to age out beers, as opposed to just oak, and it gives you a little more subtlety, I think, with it than the oak aging does.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to it. I haven't had anything aged in cedar, and yesterday we were at the OC Brouhaha. And Steph Ferrari was talking about cedar age stuff, so I was like, "Ooh, that sounds really cool. I want to try something like that."
I looked over and I'm like, "Oh, we're going to be drinking that beer tomorrow."
It had some real interesting complexities.
Yeah.
There was something we, I think, had maybe a week or two ago that had something to do with cedar.
It was the Hunapu Imperial Stout from the same folks at Cigar City. There's some cedar aging in that, along with cocoa nibs and chili.
When you go hang out at Bill's and John shows up, all these amazing beers coming out of like the ground. It's like this massive beer nirvana appears, and you start having these beers. You're like, "Didn't I drink that amazing beer that night?" And it's like, "Yeah, you did."
Wow. So. At Dr. Bill's, you can't rival it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, but anyway, I'm going to pop this open with the bottle opener that we don't have here.
Where's the bottle
Time to
opener?
get innovative.
No.
Here.
Oh, there we go.
Our cameraman stole the bottle opener. You're fired.
But then he provided it at a vital moment. So
Yeah,
it's rehired.
Rehired. So while I'm pouring this, guest first, John, tell us a little bit about your craft beer background.
Oh, I've been probably having craft beers for the last 20-odd years. After first getting married, I was in a Trader Joe's, and they had these beers I'd never heard of from Grant's Brewing up in Washington. I think they're still around. They aren't quite the quality level, but they had styles I'd never heard of. An IPA, a porter, an apple beer, an imperial stout, and just trying the different flavors. Really interesting. And now around here in Southern California and lots of parts of America, you can get some great beers, interesting styles that pair really well with food.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's definitely a movement that's easy to get involved with and
Speaking
enjoy.
of food, what are we pairing this with?
Well, let's drink this first. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Oh,
but
sorry.
Cheers to you guys. Well, I'm just looking at it. I just want to cheers this out so I can try this.
Cheers.
Ooh, lots of citrus on that.
Oh yeah, it's a wonderful aroma.
Got some orange almost on it.
Yeah, a little orange, very creamy.
Oh, that's good.
I like that. Yeah, the cedar aging is definitely a lot more subtle than the oak, I think. And I like what oak does to beer, especially hoppier beers. Like Arrogant Bastard does their oaked Arrogant Bastard, and that is a dangerous beer to drink.
It's a different experience, and it's delicious.
Yeah, it's so easy to drink.
Yeah.
I like the balance on this beer up front. You get some creaminess, you get the citrus, kind of almost an orange.
Maybe a
more
grapefruit or something.
Not as much grapefruit as a lot of IPAs, but definitely some orange, a sweeter flavor, but the bitterness on the background balances it out nicely.
Yeah.
That's really good.
I think this is
really
a great IPA for people that tell you that they don't like the pine coniness of an IPA.
Right.
Because this really is none of that. It's really just a lot of the sweetness and
citrus.
It's almost like you are sucking on an orange while you're drinking your beer, and but in a good way, not in a horrible way that sounds like.
It's not over the top orange.
Right.
Orange is
Right.
very complimentary.
Yeah.
I think describing it as sucking on an orange is a little
too much.
maybe because I'm like, no, it's not that much. But
Not Stephen being over the top at all.
No, I don't ever do that. I'm very reserved in my statements.
I think it goes back to, I think I said earlier, it has really good balance. It's really well crafted.
Yeah.
Definitely leaves kind of like an aftertaste of like a woody kind of aftertaste. I think that's the cedar, not so much. There's hops, but it's more like you're getting hops and kind of this woody cedar.
Exactly, I agree.
Aftertaste.
Yeah.
So
It's
go
I
ahead.
was going to say, it's not a hop bomb. There's a lot of hop bombs out there. This is a really nicely done.
It's perfect.
Yeah. This beer made its way all the way out from Florida by EGA Brewing on Twitter. Anthony Kirkish, he's awesome, great disc golf player.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you, Cigar City, for giving those to him to do that. We're going to be pairing this with an aged gouda, and it's a 1-year aged gouda and then a 2-year aged cheddar. So I think both of those will work well with this, and then also a spicy beef Thai fried rice. So go ahead and dig in, and I'm going to start with this because this stuff is amazing. I got this at Bon Thai Thai food in Riverside. The guy was really cool. So if you're in the Riverside area and you want some good Thai food, check it out.
Go Bon Thai.
Bon Thai! Oh wait, that's Japanese.
And Steve ruins it.
Hate mail can be sent to Steven@newbrewthursday.com.
Butcher our culture. Again.
You're so politically correct.
I'm not at all.
It sounds like something you would say. They're like, Bon Thai!
Yeah.
You know?
But
What are the cheeses again?
it's an
Aged cheddar?
aged cheddar
Or
and
aged
a 1 year
Gouda.
aged Gouda.
Gouda and cheddar? Mm-hmm. All right. Gouda was really good.
Yeah.
Kind of just...
I'm feeling the cheddar's coming in.
That cheddar is good. Is that old? Is it aged at all?
The cheddar's 2 years old, yeah. I think the Gouda really kind of, it brings the citrus down a little bit and brings the wood back out just a little bit more, which I kind of like. It gives it just a little bit more of a bitterness to it.
Wow, I feel like the cheddar cuts away all the bitterness.
Yeah, I get a lot of sweetness actually.
Oh, that's really good.
The Gouda just kind of was,
It mellows it out. It
Yeah.
mellows the beer out. You lose a lot of the hop flavor.
Right.
Let me try some
But you're right, the cheddar brings it back up a little bit.
community bowl here, so
Oh yeah, it's family style.
there we go. This is a big bowl of stuff.
Of stuff.
That's just Steven's share.
Exactly. This is what I brought. Everybody's digging into my food now. Jerks.
That was good.
Yeah, it's
it's
so
spicy.
delicious. It's yeah. It's,
Yeah, this will definitely amplify
he asked me
this.
like, how spicy do you want it out of 10? I'm like 10. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, yes. And I love Asian places because they ask you that question. What I don't like is they almost rarely ever believe you, so it's never quite a 10.
Yeah. But when you bite down and you taste the chili, the
You
skin of the
get
chili
that
peppers,
rogue pepper
Yeah.
right on your tongue. You're like, yeah, make it a 10. I really want to embarrass my fellow co-hosts on this video we're doing. And they run out of the room screaming.
That really brings out a lot of the hoppy characteristics of the beer.
I don't think something spicy, at least this spicy. I mean, this is good with the beer, and it's pretty spicy. But I think it might be a little too spicy for this particular beer.
Kind of overpowers it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, the carbonation really adds more of the spice, I feel like. Like, it's spicy, then you drink a beer and it feels even more spicy, you know?
Yeah.
well,
It tastes
this beer
good.
has some good complexity and balance. I think the spiciness kind of cuts into that a little bit.
Well, and I think spicy is going to be a lot really subjective because to me this just isn't even spicy enough.
Yeah,
I would love to see this twice as spicy and
I'm not
With
going to get
this
hiccups
beer?
off this
Yeah.
or anything.
Really? Mm-hmm. Wow.
It's all right. It's not terribly hot. It's not.
I'm surprised this is the 10.
like I said, it's probably
He looked at Steven and said, "I'll
I'll
yeah,
give him a
10,
5 and he'll be fine with that.
He's gonna watch the show, and then when we come back, he's like, "Okay, you want a 10?"
You want a 10? Now you're going to get a 10.
He'll pour capsaicin oil on it for you."
I used to go to this Mediterranean place and they did the same thing and I told him like 10. Every time I go in there, no, it's not hot enough, more. And he's like, all right, he looked at the chef one and he's like, kill him.
You said kill him?
Yeah. Because he was this Lebanese guy. He was awesome. I love this dude. And they brought it out and it
makes it
literally
even better.
like, as they set it down on the table, my eyes started watering. And I was like, yes.
Well, that was like when we were in Japan, when we filmed the show with Koji, and we went to the standing sushi bar.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I want something hot. And so Koji spoke to the guy in Japanese, and
They both giggled a little bit.
He handed me some seaweed. There was some rice in it, and then like some liquid wasabi.
Oh, geez.
Oh my God, it was so hot. Like it instantly cleared out my sinuses, but then it was gone 5 seconds later.
Wow.
It was awesome. Oh, I want some more. Like I wish I could find that stuff here to
awesome.
do that, but it was rad.
Liquid wasabi.
Well, now we're going to shoot off and do a Master Pairings with Bill because we love our Master Pairings. And Bill provided this Master Pairing as well. But we're going to go see him do his thing. And we'll be back. Oh, that was like in stereo.
Hey everyone, welcome to another Master Pairings. Today I have Aaron Holzer, brother of our own John Holzer from New Brew Thursday. And how long have you been into craft beer now?
Well, about 8 months to a year.
Perfect. I love that. I love that. Today we're going to do a kind of a unique American style. It's a amber lager. A lot of craft beer drinkers, when they first start out, are used to amber ales, which are very common. They're either called red ales or amber ales. When the craft brewing revolution started back in the, well, late 70s, but then got underway in the 80s, ales were the beers of choice for breweries because they could turn them over quicker. They didn't have to wait in a lagering tank for a period of time before they can serve them. And so all these little micro, or what are now called craft breweries, started out with ales. And ales that they had to select from were primarily from England because that was the predominant style that was easily accessible to most American home brewers and then craft brewers. So they had things like porter, stout, pale ale, amber ale, things like that. But an amber lager is a nice, rich, malty lager, kind of along the lines of even if you think about German Märzens or Oktoberfest beers. And it's nice. It's a 5.5% range right in there. Small IBUs, nice malt background. So I think it'll be really interesting to have. Now this particular one is Old Scratch from Flying Dog Brewery out of Frederick, Maryland. They do some really creative beers. Hunter S. Thompson kind of adopted them. From Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas fame, that Hunter S. Thompson. And Ralph Steadman, who's a great, great artist, does all their labeling. So that's really cool. So they have some pretty cool label designs on there, as you can see. A lot of crazy different things. Matter of fact, the New Brew Thursday crew, your brother and Steven went out there, as a matter of fact, and interviewed Matt Brophy. Yeah, that episode, I don't think they had a master pairing on. I don't know why. So I think they talked too much. So that was a little disappointing. But other than that, it was a great show. So something to check out. So anyways, let's go ahead and open these and try them and see what you think. All right. Here you go, sir.
Thank you.
Perfect. Cheers.
Cheers.
Kind of a subdued nose, not too much going on. Nice little cream head. Just nice. It's kind of like a pale ale, but it's not an ale. It's a lager. Kind of has that nice malt background. Not really any hops to speak of. Just very minimal, but just really nice roasted malt characteristics. So today I thought I'd pair it with some an old American standby, which is fried chicken. So go ahead and grab a piece. Help yourself. I'm just going to grab a piece, dig in. What do you think of that?
Still taste the sweetness from the beer, but it doesn't, from other stuff I've mixed, you know, coming from drinking conventional, won't name the name beer, but it actually goes pretty good with it compared to
Well,
mainstream.
What's cool about it is this has a nice crust. The kernel has nothing on me, but this is nice crispiness, good spice. You get the different herbs and spices that come in the batter. And the chicken meat plays really well. It's a very mild flavor along with this. This actually balances with it very nicely, and it actually adds something to it. It allows you to have the flavor components of that come out, plus the malty and sweetness of this come out, whereas the other ones are just like drinking water.
Yeah.
So that's why this is a little more enjoyable, but I really like that. So I have a couple great cheeses for us to try too. I have a Swiss Gruyere. These are also very mild cheeses. Something
good.
like, this is something you'd put like in a macaroni and cheese if you were making your own macaroni and cheese. Now it really brings out the roastiness, the malt characteristic, everything in the pairing.
I just keep tasting the sweetness from it.
The
That's
sweetness?
What I really feel out of it. I mean, you know, like I said, it's not like a conventional one where, like you said, it's just water.
Right. Well, the good thing about this beer is it plays into the sweetness. This has a little nuttiness and sweetness, and so they complement each other. Sometimes when you're doing pairings, you do contrast versus comparison, where you do two opposite flavors. This beer is just accentuating these two foods because it's a fairly mild beer, and so it plays really well with the different flavor profiles. This other one's a nice little aged Gouda. It's going to have a little more flavor to it, but it's still going to be quite subtle. And once again, you're going to get sweetness in the roasted malt. I pick up some nuttiness too with this.
A lot of tang with that one.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying, the tang. Yeah, I'm getting actually a little bitterness because this is actually a slightly sweeter cheese. So,
where this cheese was kind of accenting the sweetness, this one's kind of giving a little more bitter taste when you drink it with it.
It's playing up a little bit of the minimal floral notes. I think this has like 19 IBUs or something bittering units, which is very low for an American craft beer, but not for a craft lager. And so I think it's playing really well together, and it just goes to show you how different foods can play off different notes of the beer, which is kind of interesting. So what do you think?
Pretty good.
All right, cool. You like the beer for sure.
Definitely.
All right, well, cheers. Thanks for coming to another Master Pairing, guys.
Boom.
John, thank you very much for coming out to the studio to shoot.
John, Brad, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. Good
Anytime.
time.
Good.
Anytime, you're welcome. Cigar City, thanks again for making an amazing beer.
Really
enjoyed
brewing.
it.
Thank you.
It's Thursday today. It's GABF has started. It's officially in full swing, so we know probably nobody is watching this video because you're all in Denver drinking mass quantities of beer. Yeah. If you're not in Denver, we're really sorry.
Well, it's not Thursday today, but when it comes out, it will be Thursday.
Yes.
So hopefully you're not watching this video and
Hopefully you're with
drinking
us.
great beer.
Yeah, hopefully we're all drinking beer
Maybe
together right
they'll play it
now.
out. Somebody will play a GABF for some laughs.
Yeah, nice, exactly. They'll be like sitting in their laptop watching it. So anyway, we're going to be at GABF. It's going to be a blast. If you are at GABF and you happen to watch this Thursday night while you're sitting in your hotel trying to sober up, find us tomorrow on the floor. We'll be there all evening. Check out the I'm a Craft Beer Drinker video that's going to be playing in the Support Your Local Brewery Pavilion, which we're all very excited about. And check it out online. And until next week, stay safe and drink beer.